One Piece. Story was made by Eiichiro Oda. Chapter 8, Nami Enters. The sun cast its golden rays upon the vast expanse of the tranquil sea, its surface as flat and still as a polished mirror. A gentle breeze whispered through the air, carrying with it the faint cries of seagulls soaring overhead. The pirates, Luffy and Zoro, sailed upon these serene waters in a small boat, their vessel rocking ever so slightly with each undulating wave. As the seagulls darted past them, their wings brushing against the pirates' weathered clothes, Luffy let out a discontented grumble. "I'm so hungry," he complained, his stomach growling like a caged beast. Zoro couldn't help but remark, "It's weird that you have absolutely no navigation skills." Sitting down at the bow of the boat, Luffy turned to face Zoro, a mischievous glint in his eyes. "Why? I've always been just wandering," he asked, his voice devoid of concern. "You're like me too, wandering and capturing wanted pirates for rewards." Zoro, his hand pressed against his face, sighed deeply. "I don't remember me saying that I live completely off of rewards," he confessed wearily. "I was searching for a man, that's why I left to the sea. But now I can't find my way home. I had no choice but to start hunting pirates for a living, just to get a little bit for the living expenses." Luffy gazed at Zoro, his expression unwavering. "Oh, so you're lost," he quipped, a hint of amusement dancing in his voice. Zoro's retort came like a thunderclap. "Shut up! You are the one who's lost!" His outburst subsided into resignation as he continued. "Geez, never heard of pirates who don't know how to navigate. How do you expect to go to the Grand Line like this? You should hurry and find a crewmate who knows how to navigate." Counting his fingers with childlike enthusiasm, Luffy beamed with excitement. "And someone who knows how to cook, and someone for singing, and—" He trailed off, lost in his fantasies. Zoro couldn't help but bark at him. "Idiot! What are you going off on?" Time passed, and the two pirates found themselves lying on their backs on the boat, their arms spread wide. Their hunger gnawed at them mercilessly, and their voices merged in a shared sentiment. "So hungry." As if in response to their desperate pleas, a bird flew from the azure sky, catching both Luffy's and Zoro's attention in the far distance. "Oh, a bird!" Zoro exclaimed, his eyes gleaming with hunger. Luffy, his gaze fixed upon the avian creature, added with a playful grin, "Looks pretty tasty." Driven by their ravenous appetites, a plan formed in Luffy's mind, he proclaimed to Zoro, "Let's eat that bird." Zoro, bemused yet skeptical, couldn't help but question, "How are you going to eat it?" Luffy, brimming with confidence, responded with pride, "I'll go get it. Watch my specialty." In a remarkable display of elasticity, he stretched both of his arms, gripping the top frame of the sail. "Gomu Gomu, no!" With his body coiled like a tightly wound spring, Luffy propelled himself with astonishing speed toward the unsuspecting bird, his cry of "Rocket!" echoing through the air. Zoro, gazing up at the sky, couldn't believe what he was witnessing, muttered, "Can't believe he thought of that." However, as Luffy closed in on his prey, the bird turned the tables, clamping its beak around his head and ensnaring him. Caught off guard by the creature's size and strength, Luffy found himself trapped. His voice pierced the sky as he screamed for Zoro's help. Realizing the dire situation, Zoro's frustration boiled over. "You idiot!" he bellowed, his voice laced with equal parts exasperation and concern. Rowing with all his might, he furiously propelled the boat, desperately attempting to reach his captured comrade. "What the heck are you doing, jeez?" he shouted. As the boat sliced through the gentle waves, Luffy's anguished cries gradually faded into the distance. The once serene sea became a battleground for the wandering pirates, their quest for food taking an unexpected turn. In the distance, 3 struggling castaways catch his attention. They desperately call out to him, their voices carrying over the water. "Hey, stop the boat! The boat over there! Stop!" Though he continues rowing, Zoro notices their plight and wonders aloud. "There are people in trouble here too?" A shout escapes his lips as he addresses the castaways. "I don't have the time to stop! You guys get on yourselves!" The castaways, on the verge of drowning, reply with a mixture of panic and disbelief. "You! What did you say?" Despite Zoro's unrelenting speed, the three managed to grab onto the boat, gasping for breath. Zoro, impressed by their climbing skills, slows down and remarks, "Huh, your climbing skills aren't bad." "Were you trying to run us over?" the castaways exclaimed, still shaken from the depths of the sea. As they catch their breath and recover from their ordeal, they continue, "Thank God! Why is this guy so reckless?" The middle castaway, wearing a black beanie adorned with a skull and crossbones, adding a red nose in the center of the skull, draws his sword hastily and declares, "Hey, stop the boat! This is the pirate Buggy's territory!" Zoro, staring back with intensity, responds sharply, "What?" In a swift moment, Zoro effortlessly pummels the pirates, leaving them bruised, battered, and bleeding from every pore. As they apologize and laugh in their own pain, they exclaim, "We didn't know you were Pirate Hunter Zoro. We're really sorry." Taking their place, the three pirates row while Zoro watches them carefully. His tone filled with a warning, he instructs them, "You three made me lose track of my friend. Put some back into it. If I don't find my friend, you three are in for it. Oh yeah, why were the three of you drifting in the middle of the ocean?" Quickly conceding, the pirates reply in haste, "Yes, yes, yes, good question, you finally asked." The second pirate chimes in, and the third one follows. "That girl! Yeah, that bad girl!" The first pirate finishes their explanation. "But she's real cute, too!" Amidst the ongoing rowing, the second pirate seizes the opportunity to beat the first one, and the third pirate, choosing his words carefully, adds, "The three of us just finished robbing a ship, and on the way back." In their sailing boat, flying a flag adorned with a skull and crossbones sporting a red nose, the pirates revel in their triumph. They marvel at the treasure chest filled to the brim with gold and riches, gleefully exclaiming, "So much treasure! Who would have thought that such a small ship would carry so much loot?" One of the pirates playfully places a crown on his head, anticipating something grand. "Maybe Buggy will greatly reward us." However, the pirate with the black beanie spots something in the distance and alerts the others. "What's that little boat doing there?" As they approach the mysterious vessel, they discover a slim, young figure with long orange hair slumped against the boat's edge, clutching a chest. The pirate observes, "There's someone fainted at the side of that boat." Intrigued, they draw closer and call out, "Oh, it's a girl? Hey, what's wrong with you? Are you almost dead?" The orange-haired woman, her hair reaching the end of her neck, responds with hazy confusion. "Am I dreaming? I actually found someone in this vast ocean." Trembling, she continues, "I don't know who you guys are, but please, give me a cup of water, please. And if it's convenient, please provide me a small piece of bread. I was in a shipwreck." Worried for her well-being, pointing to the chest, she remarked, "If you want money, I'll give it to you. Please, save me." Seizing the opportunity, they smirk and reply, "Sure, we'll save you, but can we see that treasure chest first?" The woman with a blue-striped shirt and a mischievous smile responds, "Sure, please take whatever you want, but please give me water first." With their eyes fixated on the chest, the pirates arrogantly say, "What's your hurry? Let me take a look at the treasure first. Yeah, we'll save you, don't worry." With laughter in her voice, the woman surprises them, saying, "Since you guys seem to like it so much, I'll give you the boat too as a bonus." As she sails away, leaving the pirates behind, they shout in despair, "That woman took our treasure and our ship!" Their panic intensifies when they open the chest and discover it to be empty. Left stranded, rain begins to pour heavily from dark clouds that race towards them. From a distance, the woman looks back at the sinking ship and remarks, "There's a bit of dark clouds towards the south. Found a cloud approaching. The storm following it." With a smile of satisfaction, she proclaims, "The wind will pick up, and then that boat will sink, and bingo!" while the ship sinks from the intense waves carried by the storm. Proudly, she waves her hand, bidding the sinking pirates farewell. "Bye-bye, I'm taking your treasure." Desperate cries echo from the sinking ship as the pirates scream for help amidst the raging storm. "Damn you! You planned this! Someone help us!" Recalling the events that led them to this dire situation, the pirates recount their tale with anger and frustration. "And that's what happened. Terrible, huh?" Listening intently, Zoro comments earnestly on the trio. "She can predict the weather. This girl must be something special." Lost in thought, he adds, "I wonder if she'd join us." Fueling their rage, the third pirate, consumed by anger, shouts, "If I find her, I'm gonna kill her." The second pirate declares, "First we got to get our look back," while the third one chimes in, "Yeah, if we go back empty-handed, Buggy will—" Interrupting their conversation, Zoro questions them. "Who's Buggy?" Fear seeping into his voice, the second pirate with the black beanie responds, "He's our pirate leader. Haven't you ever heard of Buggy the Clown? He's a dangerous man who ate one of the devil fruits." Zoro, intrigued by the mention of a devil fruit, wonders aloud, "Ate a devil fruit?" The sun hung high in the sky over Orangetown, a picturesque area filled with charming cottage-like houses and quaint shops. The town square boasted a small fountain, its cascading water resembling the graceful spout of a whale. However, an eerie silence enveloped the streets, devoid of any sign of life. Amidst this serene setting, a massive ship loomed at the harbor. Its imposing presence commanded attention, cannons adorning every corner with the red and white stripes adorned around the ship's hull, giving it a distinct and foreboding appearance. At the prow, a figurehead caught the eye, a peculiar blend of a clown and an elephant, an oddity that added to the ship's mystique. In the heart of the vessel, beneath the towering main mast, a large red and white tent pillared directly onto the main mast of the ship. Its colors matched the ship's exterior, and a menacing skull and crossbones with a red nose in the center were emblazoned at the entrance, serving as a chilling warning to all who dared approach. In the midst of this peaceful scene, a woman with vibrant orange hair raced through the narrow streets of Orangetown. With fear on her face, she glanced over her shoulder and caught sight of her pursuers, a trio of formidable individuals known as the superhuman Domingos who served under Buggy's rule. The first pirate possessed dark brown skin, his hair neatly parted to either side. His attire consisted of a large circle earring, a dark yellow button-up shirt, brown pants, and a light brown belt. The second pirate, bald and pale, wore a reddish-brown shirt adorned with mysterious inscriptions. A white sash wrapped around his waist, complementing his dark-colored pants. 2 horizontal scars marred the upper part of his head, hinting at a tumultuous past. While the third pirate, tanned with fiery red hair, wore dramatic makeup around his eyes and lips. A black and white checkered bandana adorned his head, while a green V-neck shirt, brown sash, and black pants completed his ensemble. Breathless and determined, the orange-haired woman clutched a precious map tightly in her hand. It was the coveted navigation chart to the Grand Line, a treasure sought after by many. The Domingos' shouts echoed through the empty streets as they closed in on her, demanding the return of their stolen prize. "Stop! You can't run from us!" the Domingos bellowed, their voices filled with rage and desperation. "Thief! Give back our navigation map!" Gasping for air, the woman continued her desperate flight. "I finally have it! The navigation chart to the Grand Line!" she said to herself. Unyielding in their pursuit, the pirates' voices grew more frantic. "Damn! If we don't get that map back, we're dead! If we let the captain know what happened, we're gonna have an ugly death!" Meanwhile, in another corner of Orangetown, members of Buggy's crew frantically reported an alarming sight to their captain. "Reporting in, Captain Buggy! There's an unknown flying object in the air!" they cried out. Buggy's attention was drawn to the peculiar bird soaring above, its wings slicing through the air with grace. However, the bird's beak held an unexpected captive, none other than Luffy, his body still tightly clenched within the bird's mouth. Seizing the opportunity, Buggy issued a command, his voice laced with a sinister undertone. "Use the cannon and shoot it down," he ordered. "Aye, Captain," one of Buggy's loyal crew members confirmed. With a deafening explosion, the cannon unleashed its destructive force, hitting the bird with unrelenting fury. The unexpected impact jolted Luffy free, sending him hurtling through the sky. Moments later, he crash-landed between the pursuing Domingos and the fleeing woman. Smoke billowed around him as Luffy emerged from the haze. "Why did they shoot me with the cannon? Damn it!" he muttered with frustration. The Domingos, wide-eyed and shocked by Luffy's survival, exclaimed in disbelief, "What the? He's alive!" Luffy, regaining his composure, clutched his iconic straw hat and proclaimed, "Huh, finally landed." Amidst the chaos, the woman who had been evading the pirates seized the opportunity in front of her. Impressed by Luffy's entrance and seeking a way out of her predicament, she approached him with a calculated smile. "Oh, boss, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you to save me. I'll leave everything to you," she exclaimed. The pirates, momentarily distracted, realized their quarry had slipped away once again. "She ran off again. We don't have to chase that girl anymore. Her boss is still here," the Domingos declared, their swords now drawn. Luffy was completely confused. Suddenly, a member of Buggy's crew steps forward, a devious grin plastered across his face. "Am I right, boss?" the crew member bellows triumphantly, his voice echoing through the streets. "That map was Captain Buggy's treasure." With a swift and forceful punch, he strikes Luffy's head, knocking his beloved straw hat to the ground. Luffy's eyes widen in anger. Without a second thought, he retaliates, launching a powerful punch of his own. The crew member is sent sprawling to the floor, his cheek reddening with the impact. Breathing heavily, Luffy reaches down and snatches his fallen hat from the ground, clutching it tightly in his hand. With a protective voice, he declares, "Don't you dare mess up my hat." The commotion catches the attention of the other two superhuman Domingos. Worried about their comrade, they charge towards Luffy, their swords at the ready. But Luffy, fueled by his fury, effortlessly dispatches them one by one. With swift punches and nimble dodges, he overpowers his opponents, leaving them sprawled on the ground in defeat. As the dust settles, with a mischievous glint in her eyes, she reappears back into the scene. Hanging from the roof of a nearby building near him, her gaze is completely fixed on Luffy. "Wow!" she exclaims, her voice filled with genuine surprise. "You're really strong! You beat those guys with swords bare-handed!" Perplexed by the unfolding events, Luffy gazed at the woman, his curiosity piqued. "Huh? Who are you anyway?" he asked. With a calm demeanor, the woman introduced herself. "I am a thief who only steals treasure from pirates. My name is Nami. Want to be partners?" she proposed. Luffy's eyes widened. "Only steal treasure from pirates?" he repeated, contemplating the proposition that had been presented to him.